would like to acknowledge the traditional owners and also thank BPN for arranging this forum and obviously the Parliament for hosting it. I'm, as well as being a councillor in the Hunter Valley in Cessnock, I am a member of the Nature Conservation Council and I currently chair our planning committee. We have conducted a checklist and given the current white paper a score out of 14. As we come to understand the white paper and its intricacies more, we change the score, but currently the score is 3.5 out of 14, and I have copies here if people would like to have a look. But I wanted to talk very quickly just to put a few things on the record of where the Nature Conservation Council sees the white paper, how we see the white paper. Of critical concern to us is that ESD, Ecologically Sustainable Development, has been dropped completely from the white paper and from the exposure bill. There is no precautionary principle mentioned anywhere. There are no biodiversity conservation principle or the use of haze principle. So we see this as a major shortcoming that will have real consequences for the sustaining and protection of the environment. We also think the power provided to the Minister is of real concern. So the Minister can make or amend any and all of those 4 levels of strategic plans. And the Minister can do that if, in the Minister's opinion, it's urgent, for example. The Minister can do that without complying with the procedures set out in the Act. Of great concern to us, naturally, is the collapsing of some of the environmental protection zones that are currently found in the standard instrument LEP, particularly E3 and E4. So E3 zones are proposed to go to a rural zone, and E4 environmental living zones proposed to be bundled in with general residential living. It doesn't take much explanation to see how that will result in a dramatic reduction in the environmental protections which are currently found in those zones. The strategic compatibility certificates seem to be a significant element in the planning bill and are of great concern. Not only is the Director General empowered to issue these certificates, which completely override a local plan zoning, he can issue them if, in his opinion, it's warranted, and we had John Mann talk about those words earlier today. And not only can that strategic certificate be issued, the elements that the strategic plan deals with regarding the development itself cannot be appealed against or cannot have conditions made regarding them. So in my opinion, this raises potentially the same issues of corruption that were identified by the ICAC submission, their submission to the Green Paper. What we have been told by the department is this is transitionary and it will be for a temporary period only. But when you bear in mind that the Minister has the power to rewrite any strategic plan at any time, this capability here can stay in the Act and be enlivened in perpetuity. A key issue for us is the status of merits appeal and judicial review rights. These will be greatly restricted in the current bill compared to the current Act. So there is no appeal, not even judicial review, on any aspect of strategic plans, bar the 28-day public exhibition period. There is no review of strategic state significant development or Crown development. Of course, what is harder to get an accurate gauge on at this point is how much the 80% of development which is planned to be exempt, complying or code assessed, how much of that will reduce the rights of the community to engage in a merits review or a judicial review than currently. So the conclusion of the Nature Conservation Council is that the white paper and its associated exposure bill is the most significant backward step on public participation and environmental protection in more than a generation. Thank you.